Zoo. That was for Dano. Also has the Black Sabbath Snowblind in there.
Here's a little something that may help you if you're having trouble with your pulled handles. First is I always shape my clay, conical and no more than I can handle. And I always get the end first a little bit snubbed in so there's no crease on the inside. Instead of just pulling right away like a pulled handle, the first thing I do is I go like this and I push the clay away. Now the reason I do that is if you just pull, you always end up with like a collar right here, and then the next one is difficult. So by pulling this, I elongate more of the clay, and then I go ahead, when it's about a fourth of the diameter that I'm looking for, then I go ahead and I start making my pulled handle. Always concern yourself with the bottom section first. Like these are actually going to be pretty long, so the bottom third is what you want to get right first, but don't forget about the top. Always think of that elongated from here down so that the next one isn't difficult. And the other thing I do, I'm full of tips today, is I do it this way a few times, and then I hold the clay like this, and I don't know if you can see this, I switch my hand like that, and then continue the same way. Because there's variation from pulling it this way and pulling it this way. Because if you just look at the angle of my wrist even, you have a tendency to turn your wrist more than go like this. So there is going to be a little bit, and if you can see that right in here, there is a little bit of a variation just as you move your hand forward. So, I'll do it several times this way, and then switch this and continue until I get the size and shape I need. Before I make my second one now, I go ahead and I tamp that down a little bit again to get rid of that end, and then again I pull it. And just keep turning it back and forth, just a few times to get it going. Now you can see how already I've eliminated that collaring, because that can actually get in the way as you go. When I start getting even halfway close, I concern myself with this bottom section first. See some people doing it and they keep having to pull off that bottom and losing that bottom edge, that bottom piece. The idea is to keep the clay, uniform, because, that's why you make a pulled handle in the first place. If it didn't matter, you would just roll all your handles, because it would obviously be faster.
Come on, step up. What do you think, Mick?